This video is for educational purposes only. The trades shown are based on my own decisions. Do not copy trade. Always do your own research.
Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back to my channel. It's the official episode 2 of the memecoin bootcamp. If you missed episode 1, please go back right now and watch it, because in that episode we talked about all the basics, what are meme coins, etc, etc, etc. Before I start, jump right into the trading and making money, showing you on how to find good narratives, avoid bundles, and grow your port with a realistically small amount of Solana. I want to talk about something way more important, and that is your mental. Your mental is the most important thing, and way bigger than any trading setup, trading tool, crypto group, insider group, whatsoever. So I'm just going to talk here without a script and let you guys know my thoughts about it. A year ago, I had nothing. I had no big trading P&Ls, no big group, no big whatsoever. And I just knew I wanted it. And if you're really about that and you really want it deep enough, please put all your effort and time into this bootcamp. It's 100% free. There's no catch. So I promise you, if you keep being on this bootcamp, writing every single detail down, trying to understand it, trying to learn everything, you are going to make it. And I promise you that. Okay, mentally, what can I speak about the mental, and especially the trading mental? I'll give you some tips. First of all, it's the time zone. I already talked about it in the first episode, and that's the Asia EU time zone. I love to trade in the Asia EU time zone because it's giving me a strict time where I trade. I know the volume is low. I know there's not too much going on. I know I can just chill. I can analyze the coins. I have some time to buy them. So make sure, if you're new, that you only trade Asia EU time. That's typically from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Asia time. If you are living in Europe or Asia and you work at that time, try to find some free days and put all your free time into that, because if you're going to make it, it's worth it, because you can ideally quit what you're doing right now and do this full time. For example, as I said, I do like 8 to 10 hours, only Asia time. And as soon as I go over that time, or I feel like I'm over trading, I'm not too focused anymore, I'm taking a break, or I just say, okay, I'll stop for the day and I will do it on the next day. Another good tip besides the time thing is never compare your P&Ls to other P&Ls. So what I mean by that is that you should not go on Twitter, look at the P&L cards from other people and say, fuck, he has so much more than me. You should more use it as a motivation to, oh, I hope I get there. And how you get there, and how you don't start to FOMO yourself and change your strategy because you think you're going to make more just trading more like them, is to set yourself realistic goals. So for me, when I started out, my first realistic goal was $100 a day. That's it. $100 a day and a couple hours of trading, and I was good. And as soon as you can reach that level, you will just maintain that level for a long time, and then you can go to the next level, say $300 a day. Then you make 500, and then you make 1,000. But set yourself realistic goals, because I'm not out here telling you, oh, you're gonna make this and this and this, this and this and this money. No, everybody has his individual goals and needs to reach them in their individual time. Besides that, I want to talk about a bit of FOMO. So FOMO is a really big thing in trading, and it doesn't matter if you're in day trading, it doesn't matter if you're in meme coin trading, it doesn't matter if you're Forex trading, FOMO will always be there. And a lot of times you will miss your entry, you will miss a coin. And I personally believe, especially if you have a low port, you should never ever top last. I will go over that later on while I trade, showcasing it to you. If you pretty much, you can remember this rule: if you don't get your entry, do not buy. It's that simple, and that will save you 80% of your losses. I'm being real. If you don't get your ideal entry, you don't buy. That's the rule. And with that being said, I will jump into the trading scheme. Okay, guys, I'm right now editing the video, and I want to add something really important to the video, which is, what is the narrative? Throughout the video, I kind of forget explaining what exactly is our goal with finding a narrative, and what exactly is a narrative. You will see me, especially in the first couple bootcamp episodes, you will see me trading pretty much scalping the charts, getting low wins. So if the chart goes down a bit, I instantly cut losses. If it goes up a bit, I instantly take profits to build my port. But ideally, after a couple episodes, when we build the 10 sol to 20, 30 or 40 Solana, we will actually try to hold coins, get that to migration and get them very, very high. As example, here we can see Pepinia. Pepinia, really good example. If we're talking about an already existing narrative like Pippin. Pippin is an AI coin, came out last year. It's a $260 million market cap. It shot up very, very recently. And somebody took a beta play, made her Pippin's girlfriend, tokenized that, and that coin, as you can see, is at migration and might even run really high. Same with Bird, Franklin's best friend. Franklin is an existing token, came out a couple of days ago as a $12 million market cap, and there's a beta play. If we're talking about a new narrative, finding a new narrative, which is the best part about meme coins, we can take an example. Throughout the video, you will see it. Elon Musk is posting something and that narrative gets tokenized. It sends really high and suddenly the whole trenches, all the new pairs are about that narrative, that meta. So I will stop annoying you now and you can keep watching the full episode. Hopefully you learn a lot and we run up the 10 sol ideally in the next 15, 20, 25, 30 episodes to 1,000 sol. So now we're logged in. We're on our 10 sol trading wallet. What I will do now in this video, I'm going to go over all the coins that show up with our filter, meaning the filter that I showed at episode 1. Of course, if you didn't see it, go back, watch episode 1. We will go over every single coin, showcasing you what is a bundle, what is a good narrative, what is a bit, how much do I buy in those coins, where do I buy, and where do I take profits. As you already know, we have a 10 sol port. Right now, we're sitting at 11.28. That's $1,500 with the current Solana price. And as you can see, we're in Asia EU hours. It's very, very, very slow. So we have enough time to analyze every single token. So I will try to explain you what I do. The first thing, what I like to do when I come online, I look at the migration tab and I see, are any coins really hard sending right now? I don't see any $1 million runners. There's $1 million runner from 6 hours ago. That doesn't mean that the volume is too split out. There's like a 100K runner right now that from 20 minutes ago, but we don't really care about that. That pretty much means there's plenty of room to find the next big thing. Going on to on the final stretch, we see 4 tokens. Let's do a quick analyzation of those. We start with commies. See here an organic chart. First of all, because we see a lot of tracked wallets on there. Here we see Yugi. At the start, we see Kev. Here we see other traders that we track. Of course, some dev bundle wallets we can see as well, but that is at least half organic chart. We see the wallets, they're the top holders with 275 holders, which indicates there's going something on. We see the volume here. That is pretty much the traded volume in and out of this chart. This coin is 20 minutes old. We see the holders, they are funded with money. So it's basically an organic chart. What is this coin? We see commies, Comrocket, pretty much like a meme. We see 100% of the creator words will be burned and buy back. It's some sort of funny meme here. We don't have a big event going on. It's just somebody that said, okay, Elon Musk tweeted something with a Comrocket to the moon. So he made a coin, made it a meme, made a little bit of artwork, has a community, and he's doing buybacks, I guess, at the coin. It's right now at 37K market cap. Looking at the next one, we see this chart. Instantly see some good traders like Soulcrow, Ramset in this coin. Obviously also an organic chart at 15K. Didn't really break the 40K zone for a coin that is 11 minutes old. Let's see what it is. A small glowing, a little mysterious, tiny, whatever creature. This is more like a project coin. So somebody is behind that, making an artwork and launching it with a website as well. So we see on the website, you can even create memes with it. That's really interesting. It's at 13K right now. Soulcrow Soul has 176 holders, good volume. Going to the fourth coin, we see Remix, 1 hour old coin. Everything is a remix. Looks a bit bundled. The chart looks a bit weird, like it's going up here, went to 0, went up again. I like to take a step back from this. And the fourth is Superman, Say Your Stupid Line. Some sort of meme, 41 minutes old at 14K market cap. Also not really interesting at all for us. So from these trades, seeing on final stretch, oh, there's another token, 18 seconds old, Prime Bundle. I can already tell you it's a bundle. It's at 25K. We see it spawned at 17K and just looks like a perfectly unorganic chart. If we look at the holders, we see all of those holders have no money in their wallet. So this chart, as soon as you buy, just drops to zero. That is a prime rug pull example. So we're just going to go ahead and blacklist this developer. Okay, going back to Smirsky, which I find actually pretty interesting, a 12 minutes old coin. It's a project. He's live as well. I don't really know what they're talking about. It's a 12K. Ramset is still holding. There's no real volume on it, but I actually considering right now doing a little scalp here. So I'm going to go ahead. See, it's pretty much at zero actually. I'm going to go ahead and buy one soul. And instantly cut my losses if it dips down because we're trying to catch a knife here. Of course, I need to open up our P&L so we can have a live track of our P&L. Let's just see if it bounces back or it's just dead. I really like to do this a lot. When coins bottom out like this, they pretty much go nearly all the way to zero, but the project is still live and there's still some, how do you say, some traction on it. Like the developer seems to be still working on it. There's no CA posted, which is kind of bearish. The developer has sold as well, but the coin went all the way up to 40K. So maybe we get lucky and can scalp for some money here. So we're just going to see if we caught the bottom here. What kind of concerns me about this is that there's no C contract address posted. That is what CA means. So we look at here, this is the CA of the token. We can copy it here, see it here. But under X, there's no post about it. So if this is a project coin, they should be posting the CA. Let's check the website if the CA is there. Buy now. There's no CA linked to this. So we're pretty much gambling here because there's no confirmation that that this coin is associated to this. A little trick I love to do is look at the name and see if it was done already. And as you can see, it was done 2 days ago, 2 days ago. Even with the, let me take a look, even with the same website. And that pretty much indicates that anybody could have launched this. And since there's no CA, the chance of this being the real one is very low. So now that we have this information, I'm actually going to go ahead and stop the trade and find the next trade, which might be a bit safer. Let's see what we have here as well. Litecoin came out 4 minutes ago. Looks like an organic chart at 15K market cap. We do our little check. We see the holders are filled with money. That's good. We can also check the cluster. We see at least one tracked wallet on the chart. Cluster doesn't look too good. There's like a 6% cluster. That means that one person has 6% of the supply filled over multiple wallets to hide that he has a lot of the supply. Let's read what it is. Litecoin on Solana. We see that SafeMoon got relaunched on Solana, but Litecoin is arguably better than Litecoin. And would agree that Litecoin is silver to Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. So this is also like a small project coin. If we want to trade this right now, especially because I actually want to go ahead and do a trade on this because there's nothing else to buy that is that fresh. So let's see if we get a better entry. What I really like is wait for a little drop and then take my entry. Let's take a look. If we actually go ahead, might actually not get it. So we're just going to get in here. Maybe it's going to do this breakout and drop to 20K. The holders are fine. Of course, do the check. Is there a CA posted? That's really important. Also, no CA posted. Let me go ahead and check my other browser because I'm not logged in on X. Maybe that is a problem. Yeah, actually, it is the problem. I'm not logged in, so I can't see the CA. On my other browser, I do see the CA. Okay, so they posted the CA. The account is associated to the coin. They're actually posting a lot. So we're just going to go ahead and hold this trade. Why do I hold this? I don't see a lot of tracked wallets in there. So especially you as an undoxed wallet, you always have, if you see a chart which has maybe one tracked wallet on it, you have a high positive expected value catching a good narrative when there are no tracked wallets in there. That pretty much means as soon as a tracked wallet buys, you're pretty much paid if you're already in there, because that tracked wallet will give a lot of motion to the chart. So let's see what this trade does. Since I have a low port and I bought with 15% of my port in there, I'm gonna go ahead and be ready to close my trade as soon as it dips too low down. I really like to not lose more than 30%. So if it would dip that lower down than here, I would instantly close my trade. Let's take a look. We have 94 holders. Let's give it some time. Of course, monitor the trends if there's anything different than this. There's some live stream, but this seems to be the only good project right now. Could it really bond? That's the question. They're talking about SafeMoon that got relaunched. Let's see where it is. It's at $200,000 market cap 4 hours ago, which is also just a cryptocurrency. And they relaunched it on Solana. That's the whole meme. So what they're doing is Litecoin is a cryptocurrency as well, and they're relaunching it on Solana just as a meme. So that's like saying, okay, let me relaunch Bitcoin on Solana. It doesn't really make sense. It's just a meme, and I don't really think it has a longevity, but we can, of course, trade it, especially because we're at a really low level. Let's just wait a bit more. We have our pretty much our stop loss here, our ideal money, or our idea, the idea of making 1.5x here would be really cool. So around here, just gonna keep scalping these charts and build a portfolio. So let's see. Maybe we have luck and it breaks out here. Just keep monitoring, of course, the trenches. We don't see anything that is as young as this that is sending. Of course, Turtle King again, same bundle as before. See it spawned at 17K. All the holders had no money. Can instantly blacklist the dev. So let's take a look. We see 120 holders. The holder count going up, especially at such a low market cap, is always a bullish signal. That pretty much means more people are coming in and then that the coin is destined to break out and go higher. So 120, 121. So we're pretty good. Let's see if we actually get that breakout or it's just going to keep sidelining here and go to zero. Of course, this is not a trade where I say, this is a potential 100x. This is just like personally, I think this coin will maybe top out at 30K market cap, maybe 40K market cap if a tracked wallet buys. If not, and we see this coin going lower here, I'm just going to instantly close the trade. It's not like this is the best coin ever. This is just to scalp a bit, bring some volume on my wallet. Let's see what happens. The holder count is staying pretty still right now. So if it doesn't really break out with the next try, I'm probably going to go ahead and close this trade and wait for a better coin to come out. Let's just give it a moment. We see the commies. It actually bonded the cum rocket. So that is also always pretty bullish. Sorry, there's a fly. Go away. Always very bullish. If the best coin on final stretch goes to bonding, that pretty much means new pairs traders, they will go back to almost bonded to the final stretch or the new pairs and try to find the next coin that they can bid up to migration. Because the majority of new pairs traders, as you and me, we buy coins here. We maybe hold until bonding, maybe a bit higher, but we don't have an expected trading capacity of a couple days. Like we don't want to buy a coin and hold it for days. That is a really weird thing and trade. Like especially we as new pairs traders, we don't really like to do that. We're more like day traders. We take our trade, we take our money, and we go next. So as you can see here, it actually broke out, which is bullish. And if this fly doesn't go away, I'm probably gonna start walking around with a knife. Okay, it's going away now. So since there's actually nothing else to bid, like I will actually keep holding it. And we see some good bids. We're already up $100, which is 50%. So we're gonna actually keep holding it. What I really like to do is I always, like especially in the EU market and with a low port and I want to scalp my way up, I always try to see the best narrative on final stretch, which is the youngest. Like right now, the best narrative is either this is probably the Litecoin. It's 11 minutes old. With our filters, we only see these two coins. Free Speech, whatever it is 1 hour old. Remix, whatever it is 1 hour old, and it's at 24K after an hour. So that is not a bullish bid. So we have an 11 minutes old token, which is at 23K, and there's nothing else to buy. So as long as there's no better narrative than this, I'm just gonna hold this and keep scalping it. So here, oh, now we have a dip. I was actually just about to take 50% out. Let's just wait a moment longer. So there's a pretty good meme. Let me see this. So you're going to go ahead and take our initials here. So we have a risk-free trade. We only have our profits in this. Looking at this, you see how it moves. I'm gonna go ahead and sell. Take my $74 and look at this coin here. This is pretty good. This is fine. It's one of the biggest and recognizable memes in CT right now. And we contacted the artist, which is Casey Green, and they have agreed to work with us for 25% of the supply and 100% of redirected fees to him. So we see it's already at 30K, which is really high. And we see there's a big bundle in there. We're going to try to find an entry because I really like this narrative. Oh my God. Oh, never mind. That was a really bad trade. What happened here? That was a rug pull. Let me tell you what happened. We actually believed that they sent the artist of this artwork 25%. The problem here is I actually instantly checked the holders and I saw a holder holding 25%, and that was not the artist. So that was my mistake here. As you can see, I should have checked, is the wallet that they sent us the 25% supply to actually the wallet that is owning this, or like it's owned by the artist. So that was a kind of stupid rug pull, but whatever. So going back to Litecoin, we see it's going down again. I'm actually going to go ahead and scalp it one more time because now actually it's again the best narrative. It's on a dip. I'm just going to scalp it. Normally, I actually try not to go into the same coin twice. That is a pretty good beginner trick. As soon as you made money on a coin and you left the trade, you shouldn't go back into the trade. So that is also like a kind of a stupid thing to do right now, but I kind of feel like it could get like a second breakout. If not, I'm instantly going to cut my losses here. Yeah, it's going down. So as you can see, live example of a failure. Do not, as soon as you made money on a coin, there's no reason to jump in again and do another trade. As you can see, we lost here like good $45. Okay, let me go ahead and hide these coins because we did our trades on these and we don't want to touch them again. Also, I forgot to reset the P&L. Let me reset it now and keep going. Also, I really like to trade for a couple hours every episode, and then I will try to cut it a bit in for the time where I'm not talking or where I'm just waiting for the next narrative to spawn. So we're just gonna chill now and wait for the next coin. Okay. Okay, going back, we see right now another coin has migrated, which is Baby White Whale, which is a derivative of a beta play of the white whale. So talking about beta plays, a lot of times you have giga senders, like really big meme coins like white whale. I can show you right now. It's a coin that came out a couple weeks ago, which really got traction throughout the last week, and we can see it's at $1.5 million market cap, went to 2.5 million. And what people really love to do, especially as higher the original alpha goes, they like to create beta coins. So they make beta coins, and a lot of times these beta coins actually bond. So right now here we see one of these betas, which is highly bundled though. We can see the wallets are really small filled, and the chart looks very unorganically, no tracked wallets. I mean, we're tracking 500 wallets, right? So we should assume that one of our tracked wallets are in this. They're not, so yeah. Seeing here, 1 minute old coin, Frank lifts again, same game, spot at 16K, all the holders have no money in it. We blacklisted Def. So Kami's also bonded, and it's really high sending. So ideally, we could have actually taken the entry at 30K market cap and get a 5x from that entry. But as you guys know, what I really like to do is I trade coins as soon as they come out and find my entry. I don't really like to rebid them on final stretch, even though here it would have been a really good thing. So let's get a little cut till we find the next token, and I can... Oh, never mind. There is actually something coming out. Everybody's going crazy over Europe, and the downfall is going through. They're even trying to sue Elon. Europe is literally exceptionally useless. Let's see what this is. See, it's at 12K, 13K already. Elon Musk, a post from today. Imagine you love yours. Interesting. So it's pretty much just a meme about EU saying it's really useless. It gets a lot of motion. We have one tracked wallet in there. It's at 15, 16K. So this might be a good trade because we are an Asia-EU market. Let's see if we get an entry around the 10K zone. I would take a bit here. So what I want, because the chart shot up way too high, way too fast up, either I get my entry, I'm not going to take the trade. As I said, and that is the number one rule, if you don't get your entry, don't buy. Top blasting should never be an option. Even if the coin just shot up from 0 to 12K, always try to ape on a dip. Especially with these filters, because these filters will show you the coin when it already pumped. So we need a dip to buy. Otherwise, we cannot take the trade. So we're just going to go ahead and watch this chart. There's nothing else to buy on new pairs. This meme, especially because they just bonded an Elon Musk meme, could actually go and maybe even migrate. So let's take a look and wait for a dip. Oh, that was just a dip to 12K. We missed it. Well, that's kind of sad, but maybe we get another one. Of course, hovering here over a 1.5 Solana buy. Ideally, getting an entry here, I think, would be nice. Let me just put a limit order here. If we don't get it, we don't get it. See if it dips a bit more. Come on. Come on. No. We were so close to getting our entry. Really sad. Apparently this was our entry. Really, really sad. Maybe we get another retracement here before it actually breaks out and goes higher. Another coin just dropped. In this YouTube video, Larry Fink, the BlackRock CEO, states that the 13.5 trillion that BlackRock manages is managing hope. That means hope is their asset. $13.5 trillion of asset already at 18K with a lot of tracked wallets. Wow. 2 days old, actually pretty good, but more of a US narrative. So I'm actually going to use the dip we have on EU right now because everybody is looking at this coin right now where to buy. You can see here, let's see if it dips lower. Oh. Make another bit. If it dips lower, we actually have to close the trade, sadly. Just going to focus on if it dips lower, we're instantly going to close the trade on a loss. The reason why it nuked here is because there was a new coin coming out, which is pretty good, especially with the Larry Fink narrative speaking about hope. So they made but I actually have to focus. I'll explain in a second. No, it's actually going to zero. That's very sad. We lost $64. So why did it nuke? And will it come back? It nuked because there was a new coin coming out, which is pretty fucking good, and a lot of tracked wallets buy. So what is a lot of times happening, I'm trying to get you away from it, is people just follow tracked wallets. Like they see 5 tracked wallets on the chart, and they think it's the best coin ever. The BlackRock asset Hope, pretty good with a stone image, but is it as good to nuke another coin straight to zero? That is always the question. I can see how it is struggling here as well. Wait a moment, find our entry maybe here. See if we get another breakout on this coin. Otherwise, we're gonna get, you see how the tracked wallets all buy it, then they dump their supply, made a little scalp, and then they leave the project. So we actually have a good entry here on a retracement. See, there's one tracked wallet on there called Waiter, trying to push the chart. It's at 14K. How high can this coin go? This might even bond. Let's check if it's original. We see it was done a couple times yesterday and didn't go. So the question is, can this narrative go in the EU slow market? We don't see anything else that is as good as this. Let me just make sure it doesn't dip down my entry. If it does, of course, instantly going to cut losses again. We're having a low port. We got to focus on controlling our port really, really careful. As soon as we're in the red, we're ready to cut losses really, really quick. That is also why a good entry is always necessary. If it dips lower than here, we gotta go again and cut our losses. If it breaks out here, we're in a Gucci zone. Let's see. See another track wallet bot. That's good. The other coin that is on final stretch is 48 minutes old, so we do need to worry about that. And this, what we saw earlier, that the other coin nuked to zero as soon as there was a new coin that is called vamping. So vamping can either be stealing the volume from a coin, and then the other coin just shoots to zero because the other coin is better and everybody goes to that. Or it actually can be, as example, there's a mistake in hope, and it's written hape instead of hope. They will make a new coin with the correct name, launch it, and then this coin will shoot to zero, and the correct name is going to send. So now we see it's again struggling here, shooting to zero. Are we going to hold? I'm actually going to go ahead and give it a bit more of a try. If we're really going to break down lower, I might actually cut the losses. Really sad here because the narrative is the meme is quite good. The only problem, it is more of a US market narrative, which is quite sad, but let's just see what happens. I'm going to give it a try. We see nothing else. It's here on the final stretch. Let's see if it got enough now to break out. We have 177 holders. Wader is the top holder here. Lek is in as well. It's another tracked wallet. Let's give it a moment. Maybe it can finally break out. Ideally, what I want from this trade is actually maybe just a 2x. I don't know if it actually could bond. It definitely has the potential to bond because they tried it a couple times in US market. We can look at the charts and never really went above, let's see all these charts, 10K, 4K, never really went, and it never really bonded. And what it means is as long as the coin didn't bond and go to the migration tab, they can recreate it and try it as many times as they want. That is pretty much the rule. So now we're nearly having 200 holders. We broke out of this finally after dipping down a couple times, feeling really comfortable here right now because there's nothing else to bid. Look at the commies, by the way, at $170,000 market cap. Yeah, so let's see what happens here right now. I'm going to give it a bit more time. We're up $150, $60. I'm not going to take any profit here because I actually believe this could go a bit higher considering how many tracked wallets were on the chart and then actually sold when they had the first dip. Let's see if we get a breakout candle, break through the 30K market cap would be ideally, and then we actually have the opportunity to maybe bond a coin. Let's take a look. Of course, we don't want a round trip, so gotta make sure if it dips too lower, maybe even take profits. But patience is sometimes better than taking your profits too fast. We have 200 holders now on this coin, so dips also just give other people entry, like we are searching for an entry. We see the tracked wallet that was on the chart earlier buy again, which is pretty cool because we are in the coin down here and he's buying now again up here. So ideally he sold again, but ideally when he buys here, he wants to get his profit out higher. So that is a good example. Now that we have the same entry as, let me show you guys, as this guy and this guy, like you can see here the lines, they're even higher than me. It's much more likely that they will either exit the trade before me or even hold long, or no, exit the trade before me. That is the higher likeliness. But since we have a lower entry than these two, we are pretty safe here. So let's see what's happening here. Can we finally break out? Of course, take a look always at new pairs. Is there anything coming out that might volume vamp our coin? You see $31,000 in trading volume in the last 5 minutes on this coin, which is pretty fucking good considering it's only a $21,000 market cap. Then we see Chunk, the new super viral frog. Gotta be careful about that. Yeah, Cupsy is on it. There was another tracked wallet on it. Judas, the Judas goat. I don't think these coins are better than this, so we're just gonna go ahead and hold for a moment longer. If this fly is not going away, okay, never mind. Let's see if we can finally break out here. Finally. So we're nearly at a 2x. As you can see, for me, of course, we're 2x here. If this fly, I'm gonna break my monitor. I'm gonna go ahead and actually put a 50% order here. Let's actually just hover over the sell initials part. I'm gonna sell them here because it's struggling. So now we have our initials out and we cannot lose anything anymore. So we only have our profits in there, and whatever happens, we cannot lose anymore. So let's see if we can, like, especially because it's struggling here, I'm better off with securing my initials than just keep holding. Especially we have a low port, we want to grow it, see what happens. So it's breaking out, up $165. Let's see if we can finally get like a moonshot candle here and go out of the 30K market cap. Have this coin, of course, in the eyes, Chunk the Frog, if we search it, was done a couple of times, was even bonded a year ago. We're not going to bid that. We're going to hold this. This is the best narrative we have right now on the almost bonded tab. Going to go ahead and take 25% here. Another $43 of profit secured. Going to keep looking. So what I really like to do is I take my stuff, my where I'm 2x up. So this is where I'm about 2x up. I'm putting 100% sell order here just to keep myself from round tripping any profits. So as long as the coin goes higher, I'm just going to keep taking out slow profits. But if it dips again to this line, which is pretty much the top from here, I'm selling. So I'm securing my profits, I'm good. And if the coin then does 100x over my exit, that is completely fine because we're having a small port here. We're trying to grow a small port. That is our idea. So see, now it dipped lower, we sold, and we can now see we're fully out of this coin with $140 in secured profits. Can this coin go higher? Yes. Can it go to migration? Yes. Can it go to $1 million market cap? Yes, could be true, yeah. But we're trying to secure profits, especially with these new narratives over and over and over and over again. Let me just take a look at the daily P&L. That should be, so we see here now after a couple trades, because we had a loss where we got rug pulled, we had a win, we had a loss on the EU because we got a volume vamped, and we got some money back, so we're up about $100. I think we started with like 1,500. So let's actually keep going, get like a couple more trades in. So we see Pickle live stream coins, not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of those. I'm good on those. I'm not bidding these kind of coins. We see Fati, whatever this is, see some tracked wallets on it. I can already tell you it's a derivative of Franklin, I think. Franklin, the meme coin, is at $7.2 million market cap. So they keep creating beta plays. Actually, it's by Mad Fury. So it's a Pepe derivative. So Pepe, the big meme coin, you've probably heard about it, is drawn by Mad Fury, and they keep launching beta plays of that. This coin, shit. So are we going to take a bid here on this? I don't really know. I don't think Kenneth Vaughn. Let's do a little check. Was it migrated before with this picture? Not really. Pepe's Go, it was bonded 23 days ago, as we can see here. But this was a fake chart. As we can see, it's a bundle. So it was never organically bonded before. So we might have just actually missed our entry with the 12K. Because since it was never bonded, it could actually be a decent narrative that could get ran. So let's see if we're lucky and get it like a fat dip down there. And then we're going to go ahead and take another trade. We see the holders, of course, still a little check. They all have money in their wallets. We see a couple tracked wallets on here. We see 20,000 volume. So it's a real chart. It's organic. There are no fat bundles in there. Let's take a look. We also had a bonder earlier this morning. That was before I started recording. There was like a Pepe narrative. Can this coin bond? I don't really know. But I think it could actually go to like 20, 30, 40K market cap. So if we are lucky enough to get like a fat dip to 12K, I'm definitely going to take my entry and take my ticket here. If we don't, we're just going to fade it and wait for the next coin probably. 100 holders now. See if somebody is impatient and takes a dip. There we're going to join. 13K entry. Buying again with 1.5 Solana. Let's see if we reverse it here. Or, of course, if we dip a bit lower, we're going to accept a dip lower till like 10K. If not, we're going to instantly cut our profits, of course. Really dependent here on the chart is Ramsat. As long as this guy holds, the chart is probably going to get buy pressure. As soon as he sells, it's probably going to nuke because a lot of people, and I'm trying to get you away from it again, is to copy trade other people. Buying a bit more in case we get like a fat breakout. Otherwise, I'm going to take my profits if we don't go. Take my loss, I mean. It's like a big buy here for Solana. And we actually break out. Very nice. Let's see. As soon as we break out this shit, it should get a big holder spike. Of course, just being patient here is again the goal. Being ready to cut the losses really quick. Let's take a look. And it's breaking out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Of course, put a P&L again here. So we have a live tracker of how much we're up. $80 already. 110 holders. So there's plenty of room for more holders. Don't see anything more bullish right now. It's the newest coin, 5 minutes old. It's just about to overtake Hope as well. So we can see the tracked wallets and Hope are selling. And we're already up $100. Really good. So we're going to wait a bit more longer, I think. Since there's nothing else, I think they're going to try to bid it higher. I'm pretty sure actually about it. So I'm going ahead and taking my initials maybe on a fat breakout as maybe another tracked wallet buys and the idiots FOMO back in. Just hovering over the sell initials part because as you guys know, I really like sell initials. You have a small port, you were trying to grow it. 22K, maybe one more candle, a bit of greed here from my side. And there we take our initials and we have a risk-free trade. There you go. So let's see, we're up $182. We're holding $142. And let's see what happens. A risk-free trade here, really good. Going higher, having 150 holders now. And now it's just about you how greedy and how much you want from this trade. I can just go ahead and take 25% every time it goes a bit higher, or like every 10 seconds, every 20 seconds. I can just keep it very chill, take my profits, be very cool. And before a lot of experienced traders come to me and say, hey, what are you doing? You're scalping for 1.5, 2x. You have to understand that we're running up a small port here. And it doesn't matter if you start with 1 SOL and you're buying with 0.1 or 0.2 or 0.3 SOL, or you have 10 SOL and you buy with 1 SOL, 2 SOL, or 3 SOL. It's about running up this port. First of all, I really advise you to get it going and scalp your way up. Understand what can go, what can get initial motion. Of course, if we run up the 10 SOL we have here right now and run it up to 20, 30 SOL while scalping, this entry is very good, and let's say we say maybe this coin could actually bond, we can actually hold it and get, instead of a 2x or 1.5x, we can actually get a 3x, a 4x, a 5x, whatever it is. But as long as you have a small port, you should always take profits because, and this is a really important phrase, you cannot go broke always taking profits, or like you can't go broke taking hard profits. So as long as I keep taking my profits, as long as I buy with a good entry, and as long as the chart goes up and I take my profits, I cannot go broke, and I will actually keep growing my port. And the number one thing in the whole crypto industry and the whole trading industry, doesn't matter if you're in Forex, doesn't matter if you're in day trading, swing, whatever you do, besides your mentality, it's experience. Because nobody can put experience into your brain. And as long as you take your profits and you don't go broke, you will gain experience, which will end up making you a way better trader that can actually hold coins and find narratives and say, this is really good. I will actually hold this and not clip anything. I'm going to hold it till bonding. Hope I explained it good. I'm just yapping a lot, so hope you guys take your notes, take some advice here from my yapping. Seems like the coin is struggling here a bit, but I'm really bullish on it because there's just one tracked wallet in there. Like we have a good opportunity to maybe catch another tracked wallet buy and shoot really high. Plus, we have our initials out. So worst case scenario, the coin goes back to our entry and we're still up $100. See Chong, 13 minutes old, is a bit older. Seems like it's slow cooking, but as soon as I see Kapsi on the chart, I'm like, he's just using his copy trader motion to push the chart up, sell again as soon as they buy. So we're trying to catch some organic charts like this with 200 holders. We see $42,000 volume total. It's at 21K. I think it's I could believe it could go higher. We see another one here, Cooker, Yugi bot. They made an account, Cooker. The meme is, of course, oh, this coin is a cooker, so it's a microwave, but I don't think it's that good, actually. So we're just going to keep on holding Fati, which, as I showed you, never really bonded. This coin that bonded on Pump Fund is a full bundle. We can see, not an organic chart. So let's see, it's dipping down again. And as you can see, now it's dipping down. We don't really lose a lot of our profits because we secured already profits. So I don't feel anxious or I don't feel any anxiety when it's going down because I made sure I took some of my profits. Of course, if it dips down too low, I might just cut my trade and say, okay, I'll walk away with $100, $140, $150. But as long as it's one of the coolest coins on final stretch, which I believe so, we're just gonna hold it. This Chong, of course, getting bid up by these tracked wallets doesn't really concern me right now. But what it means is that the volume is split, right? So as soon as you can see how it dips down lower and lower, as soon as there's another token and another token, the volume just keeps splitting. So we see we're just going straight to zero, but as you can see, we're going down to our entry and we didn't lose a lot. We lost from this 35% dip, we lost like $20 of our profits. As I said, no anxiety. We took profits. We're in the safe hands. We see some other tokens shooting up like crazy. Tracked wallets buying. It's at 27K. There's a lot of Clash Royale players in crypto. What is blah, 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 blah. I've already market some Clash Royale collection. I'm going to go ahead and hold this a bit longer. Thinking about cutting the trade right now because there's something else really hardcore sending. So we're going to go ahead and say as soon as it dips down again here, I'm going to sell. Not that it can't go higher if it dips down here, just so I don't have to think about clicking the sell button. I'm just going to say, if it dips down there, I'm going to sell. I'm going to take my profit. I'm going to end the trade. So while actually it dipped down there, so we ended the trade and can see here again, $136 secured. If the coin 10x's, 100x's now while we're out, it's okay because we're growing a small port. Next trade, we're up $211. So we're going to keep on going. We see chunk actually slow cooking up really beautiful, even with these two tracked wallets in there. But that's fine. That's fine. We're just gonna see what happens here. We see Dogecoin bonded 11. When did it bond? 11 minutes ago. See a really unorganic chart here, so I don't really care what it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and analyze this token again. There's a lot of clever players in crypto. What most of them understand is total. Okay. Now I understand what they want to do. I'm gonna take a bit here. If it dips lower, I'm just gonna sell. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Let's see if it goes now. If it dips down again, I'm gonna sell again and explain to you guys what I'm doing here. I can't really do research right now, so I'm just gonna lock in this trade right now, be really focused on it. So this trade, last week we had a coin called Kabuto. Let me do this trade and I'll explain it afterwards. Yeah, I'm gonna sell. Lost $57. Oh my god! I'm gonna explain what I did here. So this guy, we had a coin last week. So just to give you some information, hopefully it doesn't go now. Called Kabuto, and this is a coin where some guy he collects all these first episode whatever cards of this Kabuto and said, okay, I'm gonna use all the creator fees that I get from this coin, because if you create the coin on Pump Fund, you get 1%. You get like a portion of the 1% fees paid on the coin, and he just kept buying all the called the Kabuto cards. That's pretty much the whole narrative, and this is like a beta play here, where the guy said we already have a limited supply of Clash Royale cards, and I wanna use this coin to buy them all up. So right now, I still don't understand why it's not sending again, because the developer is still holding. That's why I bought 2 times in again. Will I actually buy a third time now? This is so hard. Actually, no. We have to follow our rules. Already, these 2 trades were so stupid and made us lose nearly $60. But yeah. Going back to final stretch, we're now up after our little mistake here. I'm going to be transparent about it. Even I have FOMO'd into that coin. I thought I had a vision, but it was at the end not true. We're up $150. Going ahead, we want to do at least $300 a day or $300 per episode, ending up with $10,000 a month. If I would do that every day, that is what I always try to do. And we see EU. Look at this. This is the coin we had a trade, but this is a new Elon Musk post. And there we can see Elon tweeted, EU is retarded. Somebody made a meme and said EU is the ticker with a retarded artwork saying EU, European Union. So the meme is that Union is mistyped, like it's a retard. Seeing here at 3 minutes old. Is this a bit? Probably, to be honest. Oh my god, and we just missed a good entry. I'm gonna wait for maybe a dip. It's probably gonna break out here. So I'm gonna just topless it, to be honest. That's how it looks. If it's gonna dip lower, I'm gonna bid a bit more. Of course, going again against our rules here, we should have waited for an entry. We're taking a second entry here. If we dip lower, we instantly going to cut our losses, of course. Why am I taking this trade, and why do I FOMO in that high? It's an Elon Musk trade. It's an EU narrative. We're in the EU market right now, so the chance of it going higher is really high. If it doesn't bounce off here, we have to cut the losses. What an unfortunate trade. FOMO'd in, and there you can see me doing what I preach, doing my own mistake here. Instead of waiting for a good entry, FOMOing back, copy trading the other guy. Stupid of me. And we lost a lot of our profit sitting back at $65. So we actually got to lock in on the next trades. Don't FOMO in again. Why did it dip down? Actually, why it didn't dip down, so I was initially right on my buy, we got vamped. As you can see here, somebody made a new token, said EU tart, and this coin is sending. So I imagine our coin would have actually sent if we didn't get vamped. That is interesting. Wow. So it indeed got vamped here. Wow, I didn't think and saw that. So we're going to actually open a new tab here so we do not get vamped again. To avoid that, to always have a look on, I'm going to click here on the trenching, and we can see here now the new coins. Here we can see them. So we always have a look on, are we getting vamped or not? Because the $100 that we lost, that was completely, like the $88 that we lost, completely unnecessary. The main reason why we lost them, we got banned. And the vamp is dying as well. So we got vamped for nothing. Really interesting here. And the coin that we were in is actually sending now. So what could we have done better here in this trade? Wait for entry, make sure to look out for vamps. Really stupid by us. We kind of missed the narrative. And now that I already lost on the coin, I don't really feel like taking another trade on it. We're just going to lock in and try to find the next one, because right now, going over our trades, we got rug pulled here. The $30, really unfortunate loss. Can't really do much about it. The EU we got was the first time we traded it without an Elon Musk post, and now it got again posted by Elon Musk, and there we got another coin. We lost $100 there. Then we had this unfortunate trade where we lost $60. For what reason? I don't know. So we're just gonna go and find the next narrative, because this is actually really annoying right now. And we talked about mentality. I know this coin is good. I know it should go. It just got vamped. And since we have a low port, we're cutting our profits fast. Had a rapid 50% dip here where I was not seeing what's going on. So I took my losses straight away. Now we can see it's even over our average entry again. So just really unfortunate. But you can see it happens to everybody. So we're just going to keep locking in and try to find the next thing. Because as you can see, I'm a bit annoyed and pissed about it. Try to reset my mental and go to the next narrative, because I don't like to go again to this narrative and trade it again and maybe even lose a third time on the same narrative. That would be even more fucked than, yeah. So now we can see the vamp again took over the main one. How annoying is that? So we would have lost again if we would have bid it again. Why is the vamp winning though? Let me explain that. Elon Musk reposted the retard finder. And the retard finder, it's a really big account that gets reposted by Elon Musk a lot. There's a big coin about it. I don't know where it is. Let's take a look. It's at $1.5 million market cap. At the peak, it went really, really, really high. And EU chart fits the narrative a bit better. Kind of sad. We had an opportunity here to buy even at 7K market cap, leading us to a look at this at 4x and just under 2 minutes. But as I said, since I'm like emotionally attached right now to this vamping, we lost coins, lost money on that, I'm not gonna take a step and buy it. So let's try to find another trade. We see memeless right now, 1 minute old. Sir Doge posted it, coming soon. This meme is not available in your country, whatever that means. They made a coin called memeless. So we see that. Interesting. Really annoying and really annoying session, because we could have made a lot of money there, but it is what it is. So we're just going to lock in and try to find the next opportunity. Not every trading session goes as you want. We just got to keep our mind straight and find the next thing. Wow, this memeless, whatever it is, it's sending in 2 minutes. It reached 200 holders and already a 50K market cap. And it just migrated. Look at this, $70,000 market cap. How it is going. Wow. Whatever this is, I don't really understand the narrative, but it's going really hard. Everybody, even Elon Musk himself, is talking about the recent censorships and political state of the EU. Soon the EU will be entirely censored and memeless. Wow, look at this sending here. Wow. missed this narrative because we were talking about how we fucked up on this. And as you can see, volume vamp again. We've just had a good coin about an Elon Musk tweet, and something new comes out, and somebody makes a new coin, and it's just sending. So it's overtaking this coin. So you really have to watch out what is going, what is not going. So let's lock in and actually try to find the next thing without getting vamped, because this was obviously a really big opportunity that we just missed. Memeless, interesting, good launch as well. We see the dev wallet here has 8 migrations and 466 tokens launched. Wow. Not a lot of tracked wallets in as well, but this is definitely an organic chart. We see the holders are stacked with money. $100,000 volume in the last 5 minutes. Let's just keep taking a look and find the next thing. So now we see a new coin. Dogecoin was created meme as Joe created the meme coin market. That looks actually pretty good. We see a lot of tracked wallets buying here. We're not going to FOMO back into it. Just instantly we see it sending really hard. We should probably wait for 20 minutes for the next coin. See the early tracked wallets. Buy, sell, buy, sell. Actually like this a lot. Gonna wait, maybe get an entry. Take our trade here and see how it goes. I really think it might be something good. The idea of it is pretty much that Dogecoin was created as a joke, and right now we have just had memeless, which wasn't an Elon Musk derivative as well. And Elon Musk himself said Dogecoin was created as a joke and actually became a real project. We see there's a track wallet Cupsy in right now. A lot of times I actually take a step back and not just buying on top of him, but this looks very good. Let's actually take a moment, sell our initials here, $100, secure our initials, see if it goes. Of course, just having our sell button ready, 1.5x, see if it goes higher. 150 holders after 1 minute, really good. Instantly understood the narrative, of course, with the experience I have. I'd take a bit more profit. Let's take a look if it breaks out. Are we gonna go higher or not? Actually, we're going higher. See, there's nothing on the final stretch as well. This is the only coin. It's just 2 minutes old, so it's relatively fresh. Yep, it's going higher. Taking 50% here on the way up. Just keep securing profits. Another 50%, just securing the profits. We still got $31 in this coin. Going a bit higher, selling everything. 1.7x, nothing fancy, nothing special, just making sure I take my profits. As you guys see, we took a couple bad trades, so I'm just trying to make everything back. We're up $200 again. Coin is at 30K. Just got to go ahead and wait for the next one. Pretty much why we took this trade is because, as I already said, we had the memeless one that was sending really hard. We missed it. Elon Musk derivative. Now they make Dogecoin, original of meme coins. Somehow a beta play, but somehow a coin on its own, saying Dogecoin was made as a joke. It's a really dev with 10,000 followers. Instantly understood it. Okay, instantly took the trade, take our money, go next. We see Clash Collection actually bonded. Wow, the coin that we were in actually bonded where we lost money. And now this is one of the moments where I say, okay, what like try to keep your mental strong. Try not to get rage. Try not to start going into a rage trading cycle. Actually, so my thesis was actually good that this coin hasn't, like, it shouldn't be at floor, but seems like he's still working on it. And he's actually buying the Clash Royale cards. Well, whatever. So we're just going to take a step back now and wait for the next coin. We took our money on this coin. This coin, of course, can bond, can 100x now, but we took our profit. Just going to go next and be focused on new pairs. Okay, seeing here a new coin. Let's take a look. Do not redeem. famous meme. Actually seems like they made an account for it. Even verified. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one soul as a little gamble here. See here, there's one track wallet still in there called Yugi. Let's actually take a look if they go ahead and post the CA. They even have a website. So what we want from this coin, from this project coin, is that they post the CA. That is pretty much what we need on this coin for it to send. Gonna go ahead and buy a bit more. So we have 1.25 Solana in this coin. This coin will, I think, because it's a funny narrative. Oh, Yugi seems to be selling. Let's actually wait and see if it goes back to entry. If not, we're gonna straight up go and sell. So if it dips lower, instantly say, okay, we're gonna go out of this coin. Not gonna hold it. Let's take a look. Wait a moment more. We're pretty much waiting for the CA. I've never seen this coin deft like this. Seems like a new project. So the chance of them being actually this account is really high. If not, we're instantly going to close, of course. Dip a bit lower and I'm out, as you guys know. Yep, we're taking a loss here. So what happened on this chart is we see project coin, no CA posted. What was the problem here for no breakout? They did not post the contract address. So that means that this project is not associated to the account, even though I'm pretty sure that it's them doing this. So I don't know why they didn't post the CA. Pretty annoying trade, but yeah, you've probably heard of this meme, do not redeem, where this Indian guy is screaming. So that's fine. Took a loss here. Let's wait for the next coin. We see memeless here at 170k when you went to 200,000 of market cap. So wow, that was actually a PVE uptake coin we could have bid, but as you guys know, as long as I don't get my perfect entry, I'm trying not to take the trade. So let's take a moment longer and wait for the next deriv. What I really try to do in this series is be as real as possible, do as many trades as I can while trying to avoid as many trades as I can. And as you can see, I'm doing my losses here and I'm going to keep them all in the video. It would be pretty easy for me to just keep re-recording, going over new wallet, and show you only the wins and only the best trades I've done. But ideally, you learn more from losses. So I will keep every loss I do in this video series instead of just cutting them out. So let's take a step back and wait for the next coin. We've been trading for about 1 hour. My goal, of course, here is to try to make $300. We're probably going to take 2 to 3 more trades. If we don't reach our goal, we're going to stop there. I'm going to take a break and wait for our next session. So let's take another moment, focus on new pairs, wait for the next coin to come out, instantly understand the narrative with the experience we have gained and know if we're going to buy or not buy. Okay, seeing here some type of project, something at the start. I would really appreciate if you guys take a step back from project coins. It's a really big Twitter account, apparently. Communities there. I don't really know what it is. I really like to trade memes or narratives like memeless. They made a meme about Elon Musk talking about it. This is a Clash collection, some source of meme beta play. Dogecoin is a good meme, but this, I don't really know what it is. I don't really understand it. And you as a new trader won't understand it as well. So just take a step back from these, whatever it is, project, network, whatever it is, just take a step back and do not trade these tokens. Primarily focus on the memes, focus on the easy things we can understand. Now seeing again a new coin pop out, 19 seconds old and 23k, same pattern. We had it 3 times today. It's a bundle spawning at 16k. We see all the holders have no money in the wallet. It's probably just going to shoot to zero as soon as we buy. So we're going to go ahead and blacklist this developer. Oh, now seeing a new coin pop out, EULess. Got sniped up really heavily. Seems to be a good developer. 8% migration rate. A lot of followers. EULess, saying it's the new useless. Useless was a really big cryptocurrency coin, meme coin. Problem with this coin, it's a beta play to memeless. The coin that is at 270k market cap right now. So I'm actually going to go ahead and try to get an entry, instantly cutting losses if it goes down. It's a beta play. We don't think it's going to go high, but we're going to give it a try 100%. So we have 1.5 SOL at 8k market cap really fucking early. Just going to take a look if it goes. If it doesn't, we're instantly, it's getting motion. Gonna go ahead and take initials here instantly. Does it go higher? We took our initials. We're safe. Memeless at 250k market cap. So a beta play could definitely go higher than 16k market cap. 80 holders now. Just being patient, holding, waiting. Actually getting more motion here. Nearly 100 holders now. We do not think this coin can, I personally don't think it can bond. It's a beta play to memeless, but memeless is so high that people actually like to play around with the beta plays. So let's see if we go higher here, instantly taking out more money if we go over the all-time high. If not, we're going to take money. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take a stop loss here because I don't want to be emotional about it. So if it goes lower than this, we're cutting our profit, our trade instantly. If it goes higher, we will just keep taking profits. Let's see a moment. Getting good motion, 110 holders now, so it's probably going to break out higher. No tracked wallets in, so we'll see what happens. But I know it's an organic chart because the developer of the coin has done a couple of coins that bonded already. Let's see if we go lower here and we cut. 3, 2. Do we get a bounce or do we sell? Let's see. Yep, we're going out of this trade. Really, really quick trade, made $136. Showing, let me just show you what I meant. This is again experience. That's why I know it was good. There's a coin called Useless, which is at 100 million right now, $106 million market cap. It's 209 days old. It's a big major. Everybody knows about it. It went to 425 million at their peak. So we knew, okay, they made a beta play. They combined a couple tokens together, especially with memeless sending. So it was for me a really easy, quick buy and sell, nothing big, made some profit there. And now we're actually up $290. Let's wait for one more trade so we can actually reach our target here with the $300 mark. Just going to be a bit patient and see here, rat coin. Everybody's paying attention to this. Whatever this is, there's a track wall that just bought the. Let me see what's happening. There's a website even. Seems like there's some celebrity talking about this thing. Rat coin, interesting. Don't really know much about it, so I don't really like it. I don't know why. It's just giving me weird vibes. I'm gonna take a step back from it. We see enlist. This country needs you. Oh my God. This is a token I would never touch. You see how many tracked wallets buy, sell. The coin is only a 12k market cap. Big red flag. Big red flag, guys. Come on, give me one last trade so we can finally reach our. There's another beta play. Sensor coin. 1 SOL. Let's see if we can get a quick scalp here. Instantly taking our money, $226, and we're now at $318 for the day. That was a hard one. Let me just sum up what happened. We traded for an entire hour and 20 minutes, and we finally reached our profit target for the day, which is $318. Our 10 SOL challenge, we're sitting at nearly 14 SOL right now. We can also check our rewards on GMGN. We have reached 729 rewards, so we're going slowly up and hopefully getting the AirPods soon on this account. Seeing our trades, we've done a couple mistakes here, and I'm obviously going to leave them in the video so you can understand what I did wrong, what I did right. Going over these trades, we had our first trade here on Smirsky. It was a project we didn't really check. We couldn't really see if the contract address was posted because we were logged into the X account. Cut the losses, made $10 minus the fees. Went pretty much even. Then we had this trade. Fine, we got rug pulled. Thought that it's something. Tried to catch the knife, but the 26% were not sent to the creator. It was sent to another person, and they rug pulled it. They scammed us pretty much. Then we had another loss was EU, which was the first EU token where we tried our best catching the bounce, but it got volume vamped. Really unfortunate. Then we had CC, which actually ended up bonding and is now at 80,000 market cap, which is a nearly 10x over our entry. Really sad one that we lost on this. Our initial thesis was actually right, that this guy's gonna actually try to acquire as many Clash Royale cards as possible. And this is just, people don't really understand it now, Dip. You know what I mean? So we were right. We were just a bit too early. It took 15 minutes to really kept going again. Another loss was EU. You guys saw it. There was a vamp happening, and after the vamp took over, there was a memeless spawning, and the vamp died as well. And the last loss was DNR, instantly understanding the meme with "do not redeems." The cutter will probably edit it in.
You don't have to do that. Why did you redeem it? Why did you redeem it?
So lost it here because they didn't post the contract address on their page, which pretty much means this account, which the socials that are associated to this coin are not associated. Like they don't post anything about this coin, so it's just a random coin, could be done by anybody, leading us to a total profit of $318. We started with 11 Solana, with 10 Solana last time, so we're now at 13.78. Let's do the math. For 3.78 times with the current Solana price 133, which is pretty low. My thesis, of course, that it's going to go higher again. We're up $502 after our first 2 trading sessions, which were really small. In total, we've maybe traded 2 hours. I hope you guys learned a lot. Please write all your feedback in the comments. I'm going to keep trading like this, keep building up the small part, keep it up with the small goal of scalping my way up and first doubling my portfolio. And as soon as I doubled or tripled my 10 Sol portfolio, I will actually start taking more risk. I'm going to keep showing my losses, showing my failures as my success, so you guys can learn everything from me. Please write all the feedback, as I said, down below. What you want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to have more explained about. And I see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned a lot. Peace out.